Did you know that New Year's Eve originated over 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon? The Babylonians celebrated a festival called Akitu, marking the start of the new year. This festival lasted a whopping 11 days. It's fascinating to think that this celebration influenced later civilizations like the Romans, who also celebrated the new year in March until 46 BC. So while we may count down to January 1st, our ancestors actually rang in the new year in March. It was Julius Caesar who changed the game and set January 1st as the beginning of the new year. This bold move was made when Caesar introduced the Julian calendar in 46 BC. This calendar designated January 1st as the first day of the year, a tribute to Janus, the Roman god of beginnings. This marked a seismic shift in the way the new year was celebrated, moving away from springtime festivities to a winter welcome. So, we can thank Julius Caesar for our New Year's Day celebrations on January 1st. But the celebration of January 1st as the new year wasn't always a constant. During the Middle Ages, the New Year's fanfare around January 1st lost its charm in many European countries. The reason? A myriad of local calendars and the Church's influence. However, the tide turned in 1582 with Pope Gregory III's introduction of the Gregorian calendar. This new system of timekeeping once again spotlighted January 1st as New Year's Day. And so the tradition of celebrating New Year's Day on January 1st was revived. Fast forward to 1907 and the first Times Square ball drop in New York City. A brainchild of Adolph Oakes, the owner of the New York Times, this tradition was born out of a desire to create a spectacular New Year's Eve event. The Times Square ball drop has since become an iconic symbol of transition into the new year, captivating millions globally each year. So, as the ball descends, it signifies more than just the passage of time. From ancient Babylon to Times Square, the celebration of New Year's Eve has a rich and varied history. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about the history of New Year's Eve. It all began in ancient Babylon, marking the first recorded celebrations. Then, Julius Caesar shifted the start of the year to January 1st in honor of the Roman god Janus. The Middle Ages brought changes, but the Gregorian calendar re-established January 1st as New Year's Day. And who can forget the iconic Times Square ball drop, a tradition that brings us all together. Next time you celebrate New Year's Eve, remember the millennia of history that have shaped this global celebration.